Hi everyone, this is Justin here. Just going to be recording my first RuneWars Battlecast. Before I start, I'll just kind of tell you a little bit about why I'm doing this. There's not a lot of RuneWars coverage out right now, and if you're like me, kind of enjoy watching people play the game. Disclaimers though, both me and my friend are we're okay, but mistakes are made, I'm sure, and we're not pros. This isn't a tournament or anything. The other thing is, as you can tell by this opening picture, it is going to be a very ghetto recording. I haven't used PowerPoint since high school, and yeah, it's going to reflect in the production quality. Hopefully future videos are going to be better, but here's a start. So I'll just kind of take you through and we'll get into it. So we're just going to go over the army compositions here. We don't have all the expansions and whatnot, so this is my army here, 197 points. I've just got a classic Maru and a 4x4 of reanimates. I have metered march just to basically stall, move a millimeter at a time kind of thing. I've got the file leader just because of his charge from the cavalry, and everything else there is pretty standard. Lingering Dead's good. Shield of Margath just because he doesn't have any ranged attacks except for carry, of course, but still that's going to do some work. Artist Fury, pretty solid if you can get the combo off, and of course the dreaded archers with combat ingenuity, awesome. His unit is a cool 200 points on the dot. He went the starting deployment. Since I had less points, I picked the deployment zone, and I picked me red, him blue. I just figured if I could pin in his cavalry, it might disrupt them. They're kind of awkward to move, so and I picked the red deployment zone, even though I wasn't really planning on using it all. He picked supply raid, which is pretty clever. I have to put the tokens close to his deployment zone, whereas he can put his very far, so he could spread me out if he wanted to. Yeah, ultimately kind of just turns into a bit of a slugfest, but let's see. Yeah, those are the terrain, outcropping, spikes, and a swamp. Swamp was the biggest priority for me because I can shoot over it, of course. So there I am, popping it right outside his deployment zone. He put his spikes very far away. He just figured, what the hell, get him out of there. And I did the same with the outcropping. I just thought, I don't want it nearby. So here we are after deployment. Pretty interesting. He comes in with, he's got that cavalry there and 3 tokens just sitting there. So lots of points to be had. Whereas his huge block is off to the side, kind of sweeping around. As we later found out, this could be pretty detrimental to his overall game plan. So first turn, I'm first player. Pretty bad runes for me, really. I mean, just give me some of that green action, but none to be had. So he goes first with Hawthorne, moving forward to shielding. Nothing happens, no one's in range, so off he goes. Kari moving around the side. She's on the far left side of the board, and there's not really going to see much action here, to be honest. Me, I'm doing my metered march shenanigans. I mean, basically, I've added a archer unit to the back, and I move forward like a millimeter. He's moving forward on a 4. I didn't really expect him to move forward so little. I'm not really sure what I was expecting, but anyway, he moves forward. You can see the range ruler showing that right in line with Hawthorne there. Artist going forward too and shielding. I've got a pretty good angle here, actually, covering my archers. I've got a big gap for them to aim through. My positioning on my archers this game was really good. I've played against my friend a couple times, and keeping those archers in good positions is crucial, and you can get very punished. I mean, in the learn to play game, your archers are just sitting wide open in front of the cavalry, and they just get obliterated every time. So this is a good demonstration on how archers can destroy units if they're left, you know, to their own devices. He moves forward 3, so he's come right around that side of the swamp. My army's just kind of to the right bottom of that swamp. He's in good position to get those tokens there. My archers moved up right behind Artis. Again, really good gap, and they're protected from the cavalry. Same thing with these guys. The reanimates have just shifted forward, and the archers forward and bumped into them. But again, they do have that gap to kind of shoot through. So this is it. That's the end of the round. Not very exciting, but classic. Second round, again, no greens. Disappointed. Not that Maru's resurrecting tons of trays and taking tons of damage, but still, it would be nice to have those greens. Carrie just moving forward here. Again, just not really getting much bang for her buck, especially with the 2 moves. I'm not really sure why the 2 moves were being used instead of the 3, but to each their own. Still learning, as I say. I reformed here just because I was like, I'm not sure how fast Hawthorne moves. I could have charged Hawthorne at a 5, but I just didn't know. So he comes around the bend here with a 4. Pretty good maneuvering. You can see he's taken those objective tokens. I think he's got 2 or 3 on him. I mean, that unit there is worth like, geez, like over 120 points or something, because each of those is worth 20. So pretty good maneuvering there, not bad at all. My army's still to the bottom right of him. So I just did it's kind of blurry there. Sorry, it's Inspire and Defense. And again, I do have a file leader, and I could have programmed in an attack, but I'm glad I didn't, because obviously I would have whiffed even if he had. Yeah, he wouldn't have reached me with a charge at this initiative. So I shield up, kind of bracing for the charge. He does charge me with Hawthorne, so I'm glad I shielded with Artis, especially because I have the shield of Morgath. This is a pretty funny exchange with this guy. Like, we both have the shields of Morgath, and so it's just like you're just punching a prickle bush, basically. So he comes in with a charge. That's 4 damage there, so my shield doesn't do anything because he's got 4 armor, so, or I shouldn't say anything, but anyway, he hits me for 4. It does a wound, but I wound him back because of Shield of Morgath, so it's kind of funny. So here are my archers getting a pretty good roll, 4 damage and a blight token, and I believe I'm targeting his Oathsworn Cavalry just because I can't see Hawthorne. I think he's blocked by my Artis. So I hit the cavalry before they flip their dial, so they only have an armor of 2. So the 4 damage actually not only takes 1 tray off, which is awesome, but it also applies a blight token. So fairly good mitigation from those boys coming out before what I suspect to be a charge. My second unit of archers is firing just in case he came in with an early charge, but I mean, there wasn't really much they could do anyway this turn. I guess they could have inspired, but either way they whiff and don't connect with anything. So this was brutal. I mean, he charges in. I don't really show it very well, sorry. But he comes in charging, uses Moment of Inspiration, you know, just surely he's going to do some damage here. And he fucking whiffs. I mean, look at that roll. God, that's painful. It's like a Hail Mary with these guys. And they've got all these tokens on them too. I mean, this was very deflating. 0 damage. He does put some panic on, and what is that? Everybody gets an inspiration token around that unit, so Hawthorne and them get inspired. I'm not sure how after such a lousy roll. So this is me with my Maro unit. You can't really see, but Buddy's Spear Star with the Rune Golem is kind of up diagonal left of me. And I'm basically just running. I'm like, I just want to resurrect. I don't even want to be a part of that unit. Just get away. So I think I bring back Archer here. Yeah, there I am losing, taking a wound. And pardon me, I added on reanimates there. So I think I was expecting to take more damage off of that charge. There we go. Round 3, 3 green runes for me. Nothing wrong with that. So it's a slugfest again. Talk about awesome. 2 attack on Hawthorne with a shield. Now he has Sweeping Blade, and we're just out of range. I mean, we measured and it was like just greater than 1. Otherwise he would have been peppering that reanimate unit, which would have been a huge difference. Anyway, he swings Artis here with white and red, and he gets a mortal wound, which is good. But Shield of Margath coming back and biting, and then Carrie's just kind of reforming. He kind of at this point was like, oh man, I should not have deployed her this far away. Like, this was a mistake. But hindsight's 20/20, so she's reforming in an attempt to get in. I mean, it's round 3 already. She hasn't done much. This was sheer devastation. I mean, oh my god. So I've got Artis with the ancient technique, so he's got a surge. I've programmed a surge. I don't even think I thought about like the ancient technique already, but anyway, I roll double surge blank, but he's got the blight that I put on him from using one of the surges from the archers who are close, and they have combat ingenuity, so 1 surge for blight. Then the frontline carrying lancer from the reanimates who are in range. I used the rest of the surges to do mortal strikes, and I mean, that's all she wrote. It's 4 surges there, including the ancient technique. Hawthorne out. So he still does damage though from the Shield of Margath, but still, I mean, you can't get better than that. This is just showing that he's using the inspiration off of his off of that panic test he managed to get to reset his moment of inspiration. And then I'm taking a blight. I'm using the blight, and he's taking off his blue dice. And he rolls, and this is better, definitely better than 0, obviously. So yeah, what's he doing here? 3, 6, 9 damage. It's not bad. There I am, 9 damage off. Yeah, I've got Lingering Dead, so the trays are still remaining. This is my reanimates attacking back, I believe. And I think what I'm showing here is the using of the token. I'm not entirely sure. Sorry, the camera will improve, I'm sure, as I get used to this. Yeah, that last slide was me attacking with the reanimates onto him, and you can see he's lost 2 cavalry units, and I was using the confusion token, and it just gave him another, or panic token rather. Archers are shooting, and they do have line of sight on him because of that sticking out the edge there, and look at that whiff, double blank, no rerolls. So that's tragic, but I mean, after his huge fail on those cavalry, I think karma deserved to get me a little bit. This is not a good picture here. I apologize for the quality. So many pictures you have to take when you're doing this. But I'm just showing the morale check I have to do when I get shot at, or when my troops shoot at a unit I'm engaged with. And I've suffered an immobilization token. So finally, halfway through this game, his terrifying Spear Star is coming in to get me. It's move 2. Nice bank there, picks up the rest of those tokens, and prime position to just obliterate Maru here. He's shaking, his bones are shaking. And I'm just showing the tokens he's got on him, I think. I'm not sure. So I'm showing my archer's ranged attack. I did enough damage, even with his shield, to take out 2 horses, which is pretty amazing, actually, for those archers. And, I mean, just sheer brutality with these blight tokens. It's relentless. This is kind of a confusing picture, but essentially I'm showing you that Maru is reforming and using his skill to add a tray to these archers. They're within range 5 of him, so I think I had PTSD from whiffing last attack and I needed a reroll on them, so there we go. I didn't show you a picture of the reforming of the Maru's unit of reanimates, but they've basically squared up to the oncoming charge from the Spear Star. This is round 4 here, obviously. 2 greens, not bad, and only a blue for him, especially because he's probably going to be coming in on me with that unit of spears, and yeah. So I'm reforming. I can't even see his cavalry unit because the trays have been taken away to that side. It was one or the other, you know, either I take it from one side and one archer can't see anymore, or vice versa. So I opted for getting these guys focused on the Spear Star now. And I take an inspiration token as well. So I go for a shift here. My thought process is, again, I could have taken a shot on him, but I was like, honestly, I just need to roll 1 hit to kill those cavalry, and I'm not concerned about it. So I reform these guys and gonna start making their way over to that oncoming Spear Star. So this is the cavalry last ditch effort. He rolls and I'm just like, you're dead. So I use all my blight tokens, cancel out his dice. Pretty shitty, but yeah, it's not very fun to play against, but as a Waikar, I mean, it's what you got going for you. So you don't have the good looks like the Dakan do, you just got pestilence. Reforming, I'm not even sure what I want to do here. It's like, he's got 1 health left, there's a Spear Star coming, but I'm just thinking he'll tie them up for a round at least, and who knows. So the Spearmen coming in for the charge, and they hit. Oh, they hit. So he gets the extra red dice from the Citadel Weapons Master. He's got a threat of 3, plus there's 1 blue ruin, so he's got a threat of 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16 damage. That's a spicy meatball right there. And where did my unit go? You know, there, obliteration. He didn't have enough damage to do a wound to the unit, or to the figure Maru, because he has, I believe it's 3 health, 2 shield. So I programmed in an attack and a skill. I whiff, don't even kill a single unit, or a single spearman. They didn't even have an armor, so, but I do use my skill. I figure, what the hell, Maru's gonna die, so might as well make as many trays as I can. So this is the tray I've added on to the reanimates there. I didn't show last round, if you recall. I did suffer, I think, 9 damage on this reanimate unit, but I recovered 3 through the green runes, and then I added on an extra tray. So really I didn't end up losing too many. Got very lucky with those green runes at the later part of the game. Kari just moving on forward. She's enjoying the scenery of the swamp. You know, the softness of the tablecloth, but not much fighting to be done for her. So this, oh man, this was painful. With 2 full rerolls and a partial, I get 1 hit on this stupid horse. I only kill 1, so my unit is still not disengaged. And this basically, yeah, this hurts. This kind of screws up my timing a bit. I do decide to spend the panic tokens I had on this guy, 1 programmed in and 1 that was on him, and I reform him, so now I've got advantage. Hopefully it'll pay off. You can see he's got 3 objective tokens on him. I mean, yeah, this unit, you know, they obviously don't have a disengage, so it's kind of like, yeah, Last Samurai. They just charged across the battlefield, taking tokens, running into machine gun fire, and now they're just, yeah, they brought the objective to me, I suppose. Too bad. Here's a overarching shot after the round. I learned that this is good to do, and I'll be doing this after every round to kind of recap what happened, but live and learn. Round 5, 3 green, no complaints here. So he's attacking. He's getting flanked. Kills 2 of my guys. Good for him. There they are, gone. I'm going to regenerate them though, so whatever. So yeah, he's attacking, and geez, with the runes, I mean, he just shattered. All that's left is bone dust after that attack. So Amaru's dead. Kari, just moving on forward. My God. Yeah, there she is. That's what she did. So I thought here with Artis, you know, it's a trade-off because he's worth a lot of points. Obviously, I think he's got to be over like 45. He's 45 or something with his upgrades. So losing him is gonna suck. But at the same time, I have no shield for these archers, and I figure what the hell. So in I go, and pretty amazing roll. I mean, really something special. I get the flank on him, so I have his surge from his ancient technique, the one from the dice, so that's 2 blight tokens. I have an accuracy. I mean, talk about lucky right there. I kill his Citadel Weapons Master and 3 spears. I mean, yeah, that was nice. So finally, I just get the kill on this stupid horse, and I have a Triumphant Cry as a ability, so I reform, sort of, just kind of trundle to the side a little bit. I didn't really think this through amazingly, but what do you do? They shoot. Good one right there. 3 surges. That's 3 blights. Lots of blights. I mean, these guys need to take a shower. It's getting pretty blighty over there. There we are, overarching. You can see I've just kind of flailed my reposition on a lot of these units. But we're in pretty good shape, all things considered. 2 blues, I'm thinking, uh-oh. You know, he's got the frontline rune golem, things are looking grim. But I guess I have a lot of blights, so actually things are not looking grim at all. Things are looking very good. So I'm attacking. This was a very interesting part of the game. We kind of had a bit of a flail here. So if this doesn't make sense, yeah, I'll kind of explain. But anyway, I attack, which really shouldn't have happened. I expected him to program in a ranged attack with Kari, but I think he was being very generous. He was going for some nifty footwork to try and stop me. So I attack. I get 2 panics on there, and what is that, 4 damage, so not bad, pretty good. I mean, I'm just surprised he lived. Cashing in the panic that I had, and he gets 2 panic tokens there, so fine. Lots of blights, I mean, geez. So he's rallying in an attempt to get off all this stuff, and it's kind of like, it's a catch-22, you know. If you rally, you're not attacking, so that's basically the same as using blights. But if you're not attacking, you're just going to get blighted anyway. So it's, I mean, God, what a shitty situation to be in. The Wykar, they'll get you. So he tried to do this charging move, and good effort, but it just doesn't work out. He can't get through his unit. There's not enough space. Harsh lesson learned, but lesson learned indeed. I do get another shot off here, so it's going to be 2 blights and 2 damage. Here I just did this like 90-degree turn. Fine, whatever. There's an immobility token there, but I used the inspiration to take it off. So 2 forward, now that those guys are out of the way. These guys are in great position. I mean, even if he gets through Artis, he will hit my other archers, and then these archers will be able to tee off on them. So just like really good tier covering, if I do say so. 7th round, 2 blue. Again, too much blight. Lesson learned, he's teeing off on me with Kari. And he gets the Mortal Strike, which is great for him, so Artis is dead. So he pretty cleverly, assumed he'd get the kill on Artis, which he did, and he charges in with the Rune Golems. This again is just to kind of like get my guys to stop shooting. So he's got 4 blights on him. Yep, he doesn't have the weapons master anymore, so he just rolls 2 dice. I'm using 2 blight to cancel it out. Sorry. I'm shooting, which does nothing, so I probably should have dialed in a melee attack, but I just thought Artis, that guy's got moves like Jagger. He can maybe live, but he didn't, so oh well. Here I am teeing off. Again, these guys are good positioning, so they get 2 more blights on him, enough to shut him down next turn. This is actually pretty incredible. So he had panic tokens on him earlier, because I cashed in 1 and got 2 tokens, and then with the one that these archers use, I get betrayal. I mean, it's looking good. I mean, this guy has a threat of 5 because of the 2 blue tokens, or the 2 blue runes, pardon me, and he rolls no hits, none. I mean, pretty good. Betrayal can just be, oh man, it's so rough when you just kill yourself. But yeah, lucky him. Good. Round 8, 2 blues. Here we go. Carrie teeing off again. I mean, it's all she can do final round, and not a great roll. Not a great roll at all. She has to target my Wycar block there, so she doesn't get the accuracy and figures, what the hell, take down your blighted Vexillum bearer. He's only got 1 health, 1 armor, and a reanimate, so fair enough. These guys, like, I don't even know, whatever, they can't get in there, so these guys are teeing off, not bad. 1 blight, 2 damage. These guys shifted back. My thought was that if he programmed in a hit on his spear, by dialing in the 7 attack and the red hit, he would still do 5 damage. So I disengaged before that, but he didn't actually do that. So that's it. I mean, that's the end. Pretty commanding victory. He had 3 objective tokens on his spear star, which was pretty scary, but again, he brought me 3 objective tokens with those horses, and Carrie just did not carry her weight. Artis just doing work, and Carrie was just a bit out of position there. Retrospectively, we kind of decided that the spear star would have been better going up the gut and the cavalry going around the side. Also, Carrie could have used the swamp to her advantage, just picking off the reanimates here and there, because the archers were too far back anyway. So a good game overall, lots of learning, great positioning on the archers, if I do say so, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm thinking I'll be making more of these. Any feedback you have would be appreciated. Just be gentle. Obviously, I know that this video is like just so low in production quality, and maybe it'll improve over time, but appreciate you guys watching, and hope you have a good day.